Let me say this, living together isn't everyone's dream. While every woman loves sharing a home with their partner, others discover that they value their independence, routine, and personal space more than they expected. Today, we're talking about why some women choose to live on their own and the reasons behind their decision.
Living with a man is literally not for the weak. When I say guys be a different type of messy babe, any little thing just starts to get on my nerve. If I just cleaned up the bathroom, why would you go comb your beard? If I just cleaned up the bathroom, why would you be doing anything to mess it up? If there's a laundry basket somewhere, why is your clothes on the floor outside of that laundry basket? If I just cleaned up all the dishes, why would you put a dish in that sink without cleaning it out? If I ask you to take out the garbage, I want it done immediately. Get up.
But it literally is cheaper to live alone than go 50-50 with a man, because 50-50 doesn't exist. You think half the expenses have been cut out, and that might be so in terms of rent, but everything else doubles. So if I'm an average working person renting a 1-bedroom apartment and living with a man who weighs double what I do, consumes double what I do, sweats triple what I do, adding not only time but also expenses to the washing, cooking, and cleaning, how is it not cheaper and easier for me to rent that same 1-bedroom apartment and have all that space to myself and use that time that I could have spent going 50-50 cleaning up after this man, when I can be spending it on enriching my life in some way or even learning a second income? It literally costs more in every single way to be in that 50-50 relationship than it does to be on your own. And you might say, well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, darling. If you want a husband, you're going to have to settle or compromise in some way. Well, then I ask you, why isn't he compromising? Because it seems like the only thing that he's getting right now is everything. I would literally rather die alone than come home to a man who's left his dirty shoes on the floor. And if men think their personalities are enough,
there's a trend going around of women saying all the reasons why they would never live with a man again, and here are mine. For reference, this big old 4-bedroom house is just occupied by me and my son. There is no man here, and I am living my best life. Number one, they eat all the food within one day. I am not gonna be cooking every freaking day. I like to cook like every few days. I kind of meal prep, and then I'll eat the same meal for the next 3 days, and it's less cooking, less cleaning. But when you live with a man, he will literally eat everything in one day. Number two, I don't want a man telling me how I want to decorate my space. I want everything in my house pink. I have a pink rug, pink Christmas tree, pink bows on my fucking cabinet. I'm not compromising on how I want to decorate my home, okay? Number three, I don't want to share a bathroom with them. They're leaving the toothpaste on the sink. They're leaving pee on the fucking toilet. There's fucking hairs all over the shower. I'm not doing it. I don't want to have to tell someone where I'm going every time I leave the house. I just want to watch 4 episodes in a row of my favorite series on Netflix and not have to explain that to someone. When you live with a man, it's kind of expected that his friends, his family, his mama is going to come over sometimes. No. No. I don't want to share closet space with a man. Yeah, this whole closet is for all my clothes. I just don't want to. I did it for like 6-7 years, and I will never do it again.
Another reason is lifestyle compatibility, because the different habits around cleanliness, household responsibilities, or personal routines can become a source of tension if both partners aren't willing to communicate and compromise.
The girls are listing all the reasons that they don't want to live with a man. I'm going to give y'all mine. I want my room to be a mess in peace. If I can't find what I'm looking for, I'll pull everything out of my closet, leave it scattered around. I'll get to it the next day and put it all back up on my own time. I don't want nobody who play video games in my house and they need the internet. I don't want to share my internet with you to play games. It's not unlimited. It's just high speed. And once all of it is used, then it's going to go slow down and start going back to the regular speed. I'm good. I don't want to go through that. I don't like being around nobody when I'm on my period. I just want to be left alone. I don't want nobody breathing around me, sneezing around me, coughing around me, snoring. I don't want nobody asking me what we finna eat. Am I gonna cook? I'm on my period. Leave me alone. I don't want no man mama coming to my house trying to tell me how things should be. Miss Shirley, please go home. Okay? Please go home. Don't come back over here no more. I barely have people at my house. I don't want a man's friends at my house. I just don't care for all that energy in my space. I don't like listening to other people talk on the phone, and a lot of men are very loud when they get on the phone, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to have to share the TV program with nobody either. Like, if I want to watch 3 romance movies in a row, that's what I want to watch. If I want to spend all day watching Christmas movies, that's what I want to watch. If I want to end it with Lifetime and then follow up with Jerry Springer, that's what I want to do. I don't want to have to explain what I'm watching on TV to nobody.
Even having a good man is going to cost you something, and that's going to be amplified if you live with him. Because what you have to realize is that men are raised in a world where they believe that women are to serve them, even if they are good. He can be kind, he can be helpful, he can be a provider, but he's still going to have the expectation that you manage that home and that you assist with managing and regulating his emotions. Because then you're not just his partner, you become his manager, you become the planner. That is that invisible labor. That is that emotional labor, that physical labor, that financial labor, that spiritual labor that oftentimes you don't even realize you're putting into living in this household with this man. This isn't about hating men. This is about how a woman's peace grows differently when her home answers only to her. A man-free home is not anti-love. It's choosing peace over performance.
I would rather spend $1 million a month than live with a man. Living with a man is never worth the savings that you think you're gonna have. So when I saw this comment of this woman when I was talking about all of the money that you need to spend if you want to be living on your own, saying, girlie, get a man. No matter how much physical money you think you're saving, the drainage that a man will cause you when you live together is far more. I truly don't need to be on a 30-minute phone call running you through the aisles of the grocery store we both have been to 100 times. And if you've ever had a male Instacart shopper, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, no, you cannot substitute that. They don't have bananas? What do you mean a grocery store doesn't have motherfucking bananas? Like, you're crazy. 2, I do not want to clean anyone else's shitty underwear other than my daughter's. And if you're sitting there being like, what do you mean your daughter has shitty ass underwear? Bitch, do you have kids? Like, if she's not bending over grabbing her ankle, she ain't wiping properly. But a grown man's skid marks? Count me out. 3, I would rather buy groceries for me and a growing child than a man. Okay, a man will eat $300 worth of groceries. They're fucking gluttonous in one night. And then be like, there's nothing to eat in the house. You just ate $300 worth of groceries. Yeah, there's nothing to fucking eat. Go get your ass over there. 4 is the mental load, because no matter how much they think they're helping you, having to explain step by step how everything works in the home that they live in is not worth it. I'll do it myself. Because helping, if asking for help, is not actually helping. I don't know if you guys realize that. 4, don't even get me started on the air conditioner. Men need to be in the Arctic. They need to be in the motherfucking Arctic, okay? Your air conditioning bill is going to be through the fucking roof. Right now, I have my windows open. And that is enough. If there was a man in here, he'd probably be dripping in sweat. But me, comfortable as a clam. Not to mention, men are just messy. They're just messy by fucking nature. Do you see my house? My house looks like a fucking museum, and I have a child. Do you know the reason for that is? We're 2 women. Shoes go where the shoes go. Food goes where the food goes. Dishes go in the fucking sink. No spoons by the edge. Like, are we kidding? I am not willing to pay that price. If you want to, hey, if a man wants to put money in my bank account and stay the fuck out of my house, hey, sounds great. You go on and do your thing, little man. But me, I will be living alone. Period. And if you feel the same way, I need you to come in these comments. I need you to come in these motherfucking comments, because this actually pissed me off. I love you.
So this thing going around saying why we never want to live with a man again. I've lived with 4 men. I've lived with 4 men romantically, and I never want to live with a man again. And I'll tell you, because if I ever come home, or if I'm home and a man just randomly asks me, what are we doing for food? Or are you cooking today? No. Don't ask me that. Do not ask me that. No, I don't want to ever hear that ever again in my life. No. Also, I have a 5-bedroom house, and I use every single one of my rooms, and they're mine. My daughter lives with me, still, because she's a teenager, and she has her own space, and she can leave her shit all over the house, and it's okay, because it's just me and her. It doesn't matter. And I would hate for a man to have to come in here and be like, ugh, can you move your stuff? No, I can't. I don't want to. I have a closet. I have a really big walk-in closet, and I have a lot of clothes. Probably, I would assume, like maybe 25% of my clothes are clothes from the 90s that I don't even wear anymore. Or maybe I don't even fit into them. I don't even fit into them, but I still have them, and they're hanging up nicely in my closet. And I don't want a man to be coming in there and being like, ugh, I need room. I need a drawer. No. The last man I gave a drawer to, he complained because it was only one drawer. I'm like, motherfucker, you should be happy that you're living with me. No. And you want more? No. There's a million reasons why I don't want to live with. The last man that lived here, I used to have a ton of plants. So many gorgeous plants. I had probably close to 40 or 50 plants. Gorgeous. A man moved in, his energy killed them all. His bad energy killed them all. He killed me too, basically. It was, horrible energy. Never again.
Many women out there also value their independence. They appreciate making decisions about their home and daily life without feeling that like they're constantly negotiating every little detail. For them, choosing independence isn't about rejecting relationship. It's about knowing what helps them thrive.
Okay, so I see the ladies on here talking about why they will not live with a man, and I'm going to give you my reasons. Number one, because I don't want to. Because I don't want to. I don't want to share my space. I don't want to share my bed. I don't want to share anything with you. I don't want to share my candles. I don't want to share my blankets. I don't want to share my couch. I don't want to share my TV. I don't want you using my Amazon. I don't want you using my Netflix. I don't want you using my anything. And that's number one. Number two, I've done it before. The fantasy has been killed for me. It really is nothing to look forward to, okay? You get home, they hungry. You went to work all day, they went to work all day, and it's not like one's taking care of the bills or, you know what I'm saying? You both are doing your share, but you're expected to cook. So that's a no. When I was with my ex-husband, I was cooking the gourmet meals, okay, every day, and he still was ungrateful. To this day, I hate cooking. I don't want to cook. I will DoorDash every day if I could. And if I want to, I will. Another reason, they stink. They really stink. They really do. Their dirty gym clothes stink. They smell sweaty. They just smell like a big old fart. Another reason, when they're angry, they're like a dark cloud that just lingers. Okay, a lot of men nowadays, they don't know how to regulate their emotions, and they're looking to you to regulate their emotions. But instead of like really trying to work through those things with you, they want you to dig and dig and dig and dig while they ignore you in the process. And I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't really care for it. I don't want to do it. I don't need to do it. And I'm not doing it anymore. And another thing, they want to be all up in your stuff. Okay? Everybody knows ain't nothing like a woman's home. Ain't nothing like a woman's touch. Okay? You see that Christmas tree back there? A man could not do that. And they won't do it either. But when they see that you do it, now all of a sudden they want to be all up in it. They want to use all your things. They want to be all up in your stuff. I'm very selfish, and I do not want to share any of my stuff with a man at all. I know I mentioned this earlier, but don't touch my throw pillows. Don't touch my bathroom perfumes. Just don't touch anything. Okay? And that's why I'm not sharing nothing with no man, and I'm not living with no man. And ladies, I would say to you, don't live with a man either until you get married. And even then, have another room.
the end of the day, whether someone chooses to live with a partner or maintain separate spaces, the most important thing is finding an arrangement built on mutual respect, communication, and what genuinely works for both people. If you've made it to the end of this video, do well to like, subscribe, share to your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.